three different positions, as you say, is really in a series is an advantage because you got guys that they don't have to sit around very much. They're always in the flow of the game.
Lakers on the turnover, force it, and here's Magic.
Now, so what I mean is like Nixon will probably not get a chance to really get cold.
Magic dishes to Cooper. Crowd wanted traveling. Too much spin, and Jones for the offensive rebound and a chance for the three-point play.
Russ, I thought that Jim Jones played better in the second game than he had throughout the Seattle series and in the first game. Did you notice that?
Yes, he plays. He's been playing a lot better, and I think one of the reasons is Philadelphia is not one of the really physical teams. They don't every time they hit you really try to make you know you've been hit.
I think his minutes have improved too, Brent. He's got more confidence, and he's playing better off that offensive board like that play, and he completes a three-pointer with that free throw.
Sixers to the attack with Cheeks. Cooper will try to shut him down. That will be his purpose. Here's Cheeks is steaming. And on the throw inside to Dawkins, he was fouled.
Here's your play again. A beautiful overhead look. As a pass came in down low, they doubled up, and it's Jones from the right side. That's called for the loose ball foul. Philadelphia ball.
Cheeks goes to the doctor. Out of bounds, it'll go over. Now, when Julius is double-teamed, as the Lakers have been doing, notice how the offense of the Sixers will spread out about a foot or two more than normal. That's an adjustment that Billy C. made in practice in Los Angeles. He wants the man to have to retreat a little bit further. Cheeks specifically, he wants open. Caldwell Jones off now for the Sixers. Hollins leads to the doctor. Doctor is cut off, gets it over to Cheeks, who moves it to Hollins. Kareem stepped out. And it's Jamaal Wilkes to the dribble. Kareem is ahead of him. And there's Kareem underneath now. They did not pick up the defense when the 76ers retreated. Hollins was calling for Cheeks to get back, and he didn't seem spotted.
And Wilkes almost kept that ball one play too long. He finally got it to Kareem, who was way out in front.
Now, at this point, one thing that's happened to the 76ers is they're not getting the guys shooting if they weren't shooting. He made that, but that's not who you want shooting from out there.
That's for sure.
Now, they would rather have, between Cheeks and Hollins, they would rather have Hollins shooting the outside shot.
Russ, I think they're going to have to take that shot against Kareem.
I realize they're going to have to take that shot, but you can pick who's going to take it. You still have that option.
Because Daryl Dawkins, with the outside shot in game 2, Kareem was slipping out a little bit further in that third period. Now, if Caldwell simply stays inside, you've got Kareem there to clean up all the rebounds, don't you?
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. Caldwell can go outside and take one or two of those shots, just enough to try to keep Kareem almost honest, but he does not want to be the guy that's going to take a great percentage of those shots. You'd rather have Cheeks and Erving shooting those kind of shots.
High arch with the doctor sitting down on Billy C's bench, and that means that the magnificent Bobby Jones checks in.
Right you are. And Henry Bibby also in at a guard, Brent.
Bobby Jones may be the first player off the bench to deserve serious consideration as the most valuable player in a playoff in a long, long time. He did it against Atlanta, Boston, and he's still performing well against the Lakers. Long time to go to payoff, though, however, in this series. Bibby, who's checked in, coming up on the rebound now, pumps it down for the Sixers. Move to the left, and here's Cheeks trying to come down the baseline. Goes to Bobby Jones, and his first shot rejected, a left-handed jump hook. Nixon now to the attack for L.A. Knocked away by Maurice Cheeks, and Cheeks has got control again for the Sixers. 6 turnovers by the Lakers, and Dawkins hits the roll-in.
He used his body on that play all the way. Daryl Dawkins right to the basket and challenged. Beautiful feed. Watch Kareem come over. Dawkins leaned in, protected the ball with the left side of his body, and got the layup.
Cooper on the far sideline. Sends it to Kareem, who's sandwiched. They go back to Cooper. And that will change the Sixers' approach because he has been cold the first couple of games.
There's certain guys that have to shoot a minimum. Now, Cooper does not have to shoot a lot to be effective, but he makes it so much better for a team if he can hit a couple shots out there.
Loose, Jones got it back, and a spinner missed him. Dawkins cleaned up on the other side. Abdul-Jabbar going backdoor to Jamaal. Pretty play as he came down that left baseline.
Now, we talked about Kareem having to play more minutes because of the situation, but that's one thing in his favor. He will not get as tired with Caldwell Jones guarding him because he doesn't push as hard. And when you got to react to pushing, that's one of the things, and bumping and pushing is one of the things that makes you tired.
Cheeks goes to the floor on the layup. He's all right. Lead now to Nixon. The Lakers come back on the attack, and Nixon goes down the middle and hits Cooper. And Caldwell Jones stayed right with him, and Cooper hit the field goal.
It's an incredible shot there. The way he came in from the left side, he had to move his body sideways and held the ball back to the last moment.
See, guys like Caldwell Jones will make you creative, Rod.
Hey, one thing, Kareem, the play before it, Brent, made a beautiful feed to Jamaal Wilkes. We talked about his ability to pass. He's improved, I think, to be the best passing center in basketball. We got a timeout. He's had a good series, Brent. Clark Landsberger played well first 2 games.
Magic from the corner. Landsberger had come inside. They go back to Cooper with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Michael Cooper with his second hoop from outside.
They're using
first period.
Magic Johnson at forward. Now, from the forward, he is not an exceptional shooter because he's a better shooter on the move. And from the forward, you don't get as many shots on the move because the double team and going to the big guys in the middle.
Landsberger popped a cross on Dawkins and fouled him.
Here's a look with Bibby with the basketball. Landsberger getting the foul coming over the top of Daryl Dawkins. We have only 8 seconds left now. We're in the opening quarter, and they're in the penalty, so free throws for the big guy.
Cheeks out, and Holland's back, and Julius Erving also returns for Billy Cunningham. And Caldwell Jones will sit down.
Dawkins is the big guy, and Kareem is the big fellow.
Where did Dawkins get those wristbands, Hot Rod? Looks like a Christmas tree there.
He sure does. That's unusual.
Not really.
He changes every game. He'll come out with something.
Has he got the earring on today?
You'd have to ask him.
His mama's up here today from Florida watching the game. And Magic throws one up with time running out here. We've come to the end of the first period of Game 3 of the NBA.